If you are looking to move to San Antonio, Texas, guys, you're at the right place. Welcome to my channel, Living in San Antonio, Texas. My name is Corey, and one of the absolute top questions I get is the top pros and the top cons of San Antonio, so stay tuned. What's up, guys? So it is 2025. One of the top pros of San Antonio, Texas is the cost of living. So with that being said, guess what, guys? San Antonio is much more affordable than Dallas or Austin. Those two cities, you will see the cost of living is much more significant than here in San Antonio. In fact, San Antonio is about 9% lower with the cost of living than all over the US. And currently, the median price of a home here in San Antonio is between $252,000 and $269,000, making living affordable. And the number 2 pro on this list is the rich and growing food scene, especially if you love Mexican food. So if you're a foodie, you're not going to get bored here in San Antonio. Practically on every corner and every block, there's either a restaurant or a food truck, ranging from barbecue joints to Mexican joints, Asian cuisine, and more. And don't worry, there's a fair share of the fancy spots too. You go to the Tower of the Americas, there's a restaurant at the top of that. Very exquisite dining, especially in the evening. You can see all the lights from the city. Something that bothers me is when you go outside and it's cold, right? And it hurts. It shouldn't hurt to walk outside. But guess what? You won't get that here in San Antonio. Number 3 on our list is the mild winters. With the winters being mild, you can go outside almost any time of year and it's not too bad. The average temperature here in the wintertime is around in the 30s to 40 degrees. So, I mean, it's just kind of like hoodie weather. You don't need any heavy gloves. You don't need winter boots. Rarely ever snows, maybe once a year. Maybe on one day, if you're lucky. So if you hate the snow, if you hate the cold, San Antonio might be for you. And if you like doing things outdoors, wintertime, it's very doable. You know, in other states like, New York, Michigan, anything up in north, you can't really go outside unless you plan on doing winter activities like sledding, snowboarding, etc. Here, guess what? You can go to Six Flags in the winter. You can go to SeaWorld in the winter. You can even go for walks, for runs, for jogs. You're not going to slip and fall on your butt. Break something, you know what I mean? Outdoor living is very possible here in San Antonio. It's very popular, especially with the retired military folk and just anybody looking to get into a warm spot with an affordable living. On the next pro on our list is there's a rich cultural and historic scene here in San Antonio. Whether you're here to take a stroll along the Riverwalk or see the missions such as the Alamo, San Antonio has a little bit of everything for you. Even Fiesta, supporting its cultural history of the Mexican-American heritage. Fiesta is a really cool celebration, guys. It happens one time per year. You can walk around, get some food, and check out the celebration. It's fun for everybody. The next big pro on this list is the family-friendly environment. San Antonio is very respectful, and you get a little bit of that southern hospitality everywhere you go. What's really cool about San Antonio is you get that small town vibe, but all the benefits of living in a big city. So you can live in the suburbs, with like a 20-minute access to the downtown San Antonio area, or you can even live downtown in a condo if you want that downtown living. Guess what? You want to live in the country, have a little farm, some chickens, some goats. You could do that too. Just live on the outskirts of the city, outside of 1604 somewhere with a little bit of land. It'd be perfect for you. Being that there's plenty of communities around here in San Antonio, from all around the entire city, you get a pretty good family-friendly feel here. Even ranging to the amusement parks such as SeaWorld and Six Flags. You can see families having fun, doing the outdoor activities that they enjoy, and just overall enjoying San Antonio. Now it's time for the cons. For the first con, guess what? It is the heat. I'm outside right now, as y'all noticed. Probably a bad idea being out here right now. It is about 101 degrees outside. It's pretty humid, got mosquitoes flying around. It's pretty essential that you at least get some sort of pool. If you have a house here, if you have a yard, get a little pool, an above ground pool. It doesn't matter. Use it. Stay cool as much as possible. I still prefer it over a cold state though. Although heat can be seen as a con, to many people it's actually a pro, which is, a double-edged sword here. I prefer the heat over the cold. Some people prefer, vice versa. But just be cognizant of the weather, apply sunscreen, stay cool inside and air conditioning, or go swimming when you need to. Just be prepared. Just like in the cold state, you got to be prepared for the cold. For the next con on our list is car dependence. People in San Antonio could have a heavy reliance on needing a vehicle to get from one side of the city to the next. If you take public transportation, walk, or even ride a bicycle, it's going to be incredibly hard getting to your job that is way over on the northeast side when you live on the south side or even the far west side. You need to have a job that is near you, or near where you're living if you are unable to get a vehicle right away when you move here. Being that San Antonio is very car dependent, that means a lot of people have vehicles. And you know what? There's 5, 6, 7 million people here in San Antonio, Texas. Plenty of them have a vehicle. The highways are always congested during rush hour, during school hours, 7 a.m. in the morning, 8 a.m. It's just rough. Be very careful on the roads. There's plenty of traffic fatalities each year here. So you just got to make sure that you are off that damn cell phone, just paying attention to everywhere on the road. Average commutes here in San Antonio are around 30 to 45 minutes. Can be even longer depending on what side of the city you're going to. If from, point A to point B, it could be about an hour long. So just be prepared for the rides. The next con on the list is going to be limited walkability. Now, this goes hand in hand with the car dependence thing. Even if you are living in a suburban area, it could still be a half a mile to a mile or even more away from a shopping center, a grocery store, or even just a regular corner store. There's a lot of neighborhoods that are kind of out in the country part of the city where it's a long stretch of road, and then you'll have your whole shopping center in an area. But that could be about a mile. Who knows? Which makes it, more car dependent. It's difficult for people to walk here and strictly rely on walking and bicycles. And in the worst case scenario, you can always use Ubers and Lyfts or even public transportation. There is Via buses that have routes mapped all over the city. Just around worst case scenario, it could be an hour and a half to 2 hours of a commute one way if you're using a Via bus. So just be prepared for that. The next con is the crime. Not saying it's not safe here, but guess what? With larger cities comes heavier crime rates. There is millions and millions of people here in San Antonio. So, if you're looking at San Antonio compared to a small town, of course, a small town's going to have a less crime rate, right? In my opinion, San Antonio can be pretty safe. Just be careful where you live at. If you're living somewhere, that'd be categorized as the hood, obviously that's going to be a more dangerous area than, in a suburban area like this where I'm living at, you know what I mean? Such as Alamo Ranch and like Schertz and Cibolo should have, a safer crime rate than, living in a downtown area. It's very important to check the crime maps, guys. There's plenty of crime maps online for the San Antonio area. Check the sex offender registry as well. I've got 4 kids. Ain't no in hell I'm trying to live next to a sex offender. Up next on the list for cons, allergies, seasonal allergies. There is a heavy pollen count here in San Antonio every year, specifically in the springtime due to all the nature around here. So if you have any sinus issues, it could flare you up. I know I do occasionally. I've grown to adjust to it. But if it's a heavy hitter for you to move somewhere where there's no pollen or very low pollen counts, San Antonio might not be for you. Hopefully seasonal allergies doesn't deter you from moving here to San Antonio. Personally, for me, I get more flu-like symptoms in a cold state. So it's like, at this point, pick your poison, Overall, San Antonio is a beautiful area, and there is plenty of pros and cons. So you just got to do the weighing out and see what is best for you. If you like this video, guys, do me a huge favor and click like and subscribe down below. This is going to help push the video out to more people who might be looking to move here. And guys, if you are looking to buy or sell some real estate here in Texas, anywhere in Texas, not just San Antonio, my number is right here. Text me, call me, DM me on any of my social media platforms. I would love to help you out. See you next time.